Hello, monsters abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires, the Twisted and the Twilights, and as part of my little Wood Elf update show-off thing. Good. So last time we beat up some people. We're still in Athel Loren, and we've only got, I mean, we do have some health on the Oak of Ages, but that's going to drop away, and we really need to deal with these orcs down here. But in the meantime, we've just been meandering around, leveling up Orion, building up King's Glade, all that kind of good stuff. The start of the Wood Elf campaign the way I play it, maybe I'm playing it too defensively, but I do tend to be a little bit more sort of just laid back, right? I mean, there's no point stressing yourself. There is a lot of chaos corruption here. So there's obviously some beastie boys in Castle Carcassonne, so I better rush back just in case they're on their way. So let's end the turn. And they have actually attacked me, which is fine because we can just auto-resolve that. Oh, son of a... Calm blue ocean. Calm blue... Fuck. God. Oh! To hell with you, auto-resolve. You hear me? To hell with you.
I live to serve.
Well, good. Okay, well, let's... I don't want to hit... Oh, do I want to hit... Okay, let's just... I don't think we're close enough. I think it will just go... Meh. No, fine. Fine. Well, that's the greenskins are dead, which is good. We lost our wild riders, though, which is bad. Although, obviously, that is going to give us a little bit more income, so that's good. Sure. If we get 8... I mean... I want to upgrade the Oak of Ages, but at the same time, if I upgrade King's Glade, then I can then get the Grove of the Horse, and then I can get some more Wild Riders. Even better, Wild Riders with shields. They do cost 25 more, but they come with shields. That's...
Protector of the Oak.
I might go with that. Let's get the Wonders of the Forest. Apparently, the Wonders of the Forest include post-battle loot, income from raiding, and raising settlements. Not quite sure that's an accurate depiction of the wonders of the forest, but that's fine. Haven or the underworld. So the Asari wish to erect a new shrine within Athel Loren to give praise to the gods they so faithfully serve. Yet the question is posed, to whom should the shrine be dedicated? The two front runners are Asurian or Cain, yet ultimately the choice is yours. Do you wish to honor the Phoenix King Asurian, the wise and just ruler of the Elfin Pantheon, or his brother Cain, the harsh and ruthless god of battle? So that's going to give us upkeep reduction, income from more buildings. That's going to give us income from post-battle loot. I think we're going to go nice. In these troubled times, the wisdom of Asurian flies as true as any elven arrow. Give me more money. Show me the money. Show me the money. What's this? Oh, I'm friggin' deep-rooted. King's Glade. Okay. A group of rebellious tree spirits has slain some elves. They are willing to accept banishment to the Wildwood as punishment, but the lenience may encourage further discontent. Alternatively, you can make an example of the tree spirits, but they will no doubt fight back. I'm gonna just banish them. Go to the Wildwood, you jerks.
Yes.
Go back there. Don't come back. The Wildwood is basically where they get banished to, and it's like a section of the forest where no elves want to wander in there. You might think of like the Wood Elves as protectors of Athel Loren. Of course, they own the entire forest. The forest and them are one. Not all the time. There are quite a few tree spirits who do not really like the elves, and they will kill them if they get half the chance. And the Wildwood is basically an area of Athel Loren elves don't go, because if they go there, they don't live very long. Now, I could upgrade this, but I think I'm going to wait. Yeah, okay, let's wait. Let's wait. We'll upgrade the Oak of Ages, because that'll give us some more options. Oh, I can't believe I lost my Wild Riders. Oh, evasion chance when using world routes and diplomatic relations with Bretonia. That's quite useful to have. I don't... Now, so Carcassonne is actually at war with Daith there. So I want to be a little bit cautious about courting the Bretonians, because Daith isn't going to be a fan of that. For now. Yeah, okay. He's not super happy about that, but sod him.
I thirst for the hunt.
Oh god, me too, buddy. Me bloody too.
Master of the wild.
Right, let's hop in there. Let's upgrade the Oak of Ages. That is going to take 5 turns. I want to kill those greenskins. If we can heal up, then maybe we can take them. Let's go for this, because this is going to give us income from grapevine buildings, cooldown for Law of Life spells, and we need some magic, really. I think magic is, if we can get the Hollow, then, and again, the Hollow takes 10 turns to upgrade, the Hall 12 turns, and finally the Great Hall takes 14 turns. It's a long time to upgrade, so you have to really kind of like count that in. But if we then get an extra building, we could potentially then get the Spell Singer building. That's also going to increase the life of the Oak of Ages, which would offset the loss we're getting from the greenskins. Although we can knock out the greenskins, of course, well, we'll start being in the positive. Okay, so the Oak of Ages is upgrading. We've got 18 health there, but it is going down by 1 a turn. We are, I mean, it's not looking, we could get some Glade Riders. Do you want some Glade Riders? I'm gonna get a War Dancer with spears.
I thirst for the
If we give it a couple of turns, we should be then in a good position to go and deal with the greenskins. Take them out, take that settlement over, put something nice and, you know, leafy in there. Like a nice garden centre that old people can wander around on a Sunday. Is it wrong? I quite like garden centres these days. I'm getting to that age where garden centres, like, as you grow older, they sort of like cool to you. Like, you think, oh, it'd be quite nice just to have a little wander around, have a cup of coffee and a nice slice of cake just on a night, you know, on a Sunday. It's a slippery slope. Right, so Aranok lies under the eternal summer sun, scarcely knowing night. The guests this mystical and radiant part of the forest have been feasting endlessly, fattening themselves for the coming sacrifice. Many whisper that this is now the time, yet the guests could yet continue to feast themselves to a greater state of readiness. What action will you take? So, we can get 10% income for 10 turns. Now, I can't see what money we're making, but I reckon that's probably better than 2,500. I think. We've got Savage Orcs. Good. And we've got another event, which is all the way over here. Oh, bloody hell. Your lust for glory sickens me. Durthu, I don't have any lust for glory. Lust for glory? That's not me. I'm not lusting. Am I?
The hunter.
Am I a luster? I didn't think I was, but maybe I am. Who knows? Now we've got the Wild Hunt kicking off. What? Actually, I meant to check this. What do we get for this? So we get income from raising settlements. Oh, okay.
The forest calls.
Probably should raise a settlement then.
I will grant your request.
Right, we're going to hop over here. Now, I don't know what's happened to their army, but that does mean we can maybe take out Karak Buftar. So that could be quite good. Let's do that. Public order here is, oof, it's not great. Corruption? What corruption have we got here? Skaven corruption. Oh, God, it's these dickheads over here.
Strike like snake.
Okay, we need to kill them because they're corrupting me. I'm not in favour of that. Okay, so we've got Aisha the Mothers. That's a little bit more extra income. It's not just corruption. It's probably also because we board a Skaven Blight as well, don't we? No, we don't. It must be literally just like the Vaults board a Skaven Blight, because the Vaults is like this weird, massive province that covers this entire mountains. For some reason. Like, I think the settlement density kindly... There's a lot of settlements in the Empire, and they seem to keep adding more. And then you come over here, and there's just... Like, Bretonia, there's just fucking massive spaces between each settlement. And then you look at the vaults, and it's this mad sort of long... Like, I've had instances where I've controlled the vaults, and like, some army from, like, Estalia or something has, like, tucked themselves into these mountains and is raiding me. And I'm like, well, what the fuck can I do about that? It's bonkers, absolutely insane. Never mind. Right, I don't know where these armies are, which is a little bit of a worry. But I'm gonna go balls to the wall. That's me. That's me, full balls. They look at me and they say, goodness me, that's a lot of balls. And most do when they're watching my videos. And increased weapon strength for elf cavalry. Hell yes. Hoeth, Lord of Wisdom. We can get Mathla and Order Deep, so that's not really going to do anything for us. But Kernos the Hunter. Also, enemy siege holdout time -4 and upkeep reduction for all elf units. That sounds quite nice. Let's go for that. Okay, well, I don't know what happened to this army, but they have been rebuilding it very, very quickly, as they want to do. But we have upgraded the Oak of Ages, so we've got a quest. So if we win 3 battles against Greenskins, then we'll get the option to confederate with Widrioth. And if we win 3 battles against Britonia, then we will get the option to confederate with Trogovan. And Chaos Stirs.
I live to serve Ariel.
Right. Let's take out some of these jerks. You don't have much of a garrison, but altogether that is going to be quite a lot of stuff to kill. But I'm feeling good. I wish I had my Wild Riders. I wish I had my Wild. At least it's mostly just goblins. Well, this isn't going to be an easy battle. There's a lot of stuff coming this way. We are massively outnumbered, just as, you know, Wood Elves generally are, to be honest. Never mind. It's already Spider Riders racing towards the Way Watchers and Deepwood Scouts. Orion coming in to block that. Good old Orion. A little bit surrounded by horrible 8-legged monsters, but that's fine. He's stabbing them to death and getting some support from our archers. Meanwhile, in the forest, where they belong, the Wood Elves are moving up. We've been trying to shoot up the Goblin Great Shaman, but it's done nothing, and he's just blatting us with magic. So the Hawk Rider's now coming back to support the main body of the army. Some Goblin Wolf Riders changing direction at the last second. There's a big old blob around Orion, which is nice because it means we can, you know, fill them with arrows. As our forces are moving up, we're getting attacked by some Forest Goblin Spider Riders, the Glade Riders, without their Wild Riders brothers, who got horribly murdered. Oh no, spiders! Spiders in the Way Watchers, but that's fine because the Glade Riders charging in. Get out of here, you 8-legged freaks. Some Wolf Riders moving in, but then the Glade Riders continue their charge straight into the Wolf Riders and supported with some arrows there, and those Wolf Riders are going to break very, very quickly. Greenskins now charging into our front line, which of course is mostly our Eternal Guard. On the right flank are War Dancers with spears, killing those spiders. They're going to be quite good at that because of course anti-large. And the rest of our War Dancers moving in to render some assistance and also attack the flank. As our Eternal Guard hold off the Greenskin scum. Our Glade Riders now getting a little charge into the flank there. We don't want to leave them in combat because they will get absolutely minced. So we're going to do a little charge and then run away again. Going to leave some goblins chasing after them, but that's okay because that's broken up that little blob there and means we can now rain arrows down their heads. Orion is now getting out of combat. He got a bit beaten up by that Night Goblin War Boss being surrounded like that, so he's just having a... He's not in a rush, is he? He's just jogging along, jogging up that hill, lobbing a spear at people. Glade Riders coming down into that unit of goblins and just absolutely annihilating them. They sent them flying, absolutely tore through them, no problem. And now seeing a little gap in the lines, they're moving behind the main Greenskin force, while our elite archers start peppering the back of these Orc Biggins and Orc Boys. That's doing a lot of damage. They're not going to be able to stand there for very long. Glade Riders giving some Orc Boys the slip and moving in to engage these archers that have seen off our Hawk Riders. Unfortunately, just took too much damage from these Goblin Archers and were routed off the field. But these Glade Riders now moving in to help. We're also going to get a little charge on the back of these Orcs, and with all that missile fire coming in, the Orcs are going to break. However, the Eternal Guard also broke at the same time. But as long as the Greenskins are out of here, that's fine. That flank is now secure. The War Dancers dealing with that Night Goblin war boss. Really need Orion here to help out with that. And these war dancers being surrounded by spiders and wolves and goblins. Oh my. However, the war dancer with his spears managed to finish off those spiders, and also now dealing with some goblins. Going to help out with a little bombardment from Orion there. Looks like the green skin force is starting to waver. The Glade Riders being invaluable as they chase down a lot of the enemy archers. They've taken quite a chunk of damage, but they've done a lot of damage. If we have a look at some of the kills here, these Glade Riders with 61 kills, these guys with 75, these guys with 80. They are really just mopping up any survivors. They may not be Wild Riders, but they're, you know, pretty good. Looks like with those last few units breaking, the greenskins are out of here. That was a tough fight. I'm going to abduct captives. Because there's still a bunch of stuff to kill. I mean, okay, we did get a Hawk Companion, so that's nice.
Raids of Kurnos.
How many kills? Okay, I didn't actually lose anyone. That was fine. Okay, so now we get the option. So we can clear the hearth, and that's raising it. That will give us a lot of cash. But I kind of want to... Or do I? Or do I? Do I just want the money? You know what? I'm going to occupy it. I'm going to occupy it. Don't know if that's the right choice, but that's what we're going to do. Now, do they have... No, they're dead. Good. Right, well, that's that faction destroyed.
God King of the Deep Wood.
That's that one gone. They're out of here. Okay, let's get... That is going to give us the most money. So let's do that, and then open branches, and then we can get Lightning Strike. That will help us. Let us then also get the Hollow. That's going to... right, so we've still got 4k, which means we can easily upgrade to the Grove of the Horse. And, see, I would like the guys with shields, but I'm going to need an Azrai Armory to build that. And I don't have one of those. The other thing I can do as well is get the new Glade Captain. And the Glade Captain's nice because increases your movement range. So, increased range Weapon Master. I'm going to get Akka here.
Defender of the domain.
Indeed you are. And Akka, being the new Glade Captain, comes with a wealth of different units. So, unit skills even. So, she gets missile attacks, she gets melee attacks, she gets different mounts as well. She also gets marked by Kerner, so that's charge bonus during forest battles, and also ammunition during forest battles. So, I mean, if we get a lot of cavalry, if we get a lot of wild riders in our army, and then go the extra charge bonus and fight in a forest battle, I mean, we're going to be, I mean, you know, you charge something, that thing no longer exists. It's just gone. It's just erased from time and space. She also gets one of 4 different abilities. So this depends on... so these are mutually exclusive. You only have one of these. You can get Born to Ride. So that gives you Strider on an Elven Steed or Great Stag, and also Strider for cavalry units. Quite nice if you've got a lot of cavalry. Death from Above causes terror when mounted on a Great Eagle and causes fear for Hawk Riders. Touched by Loic, which gives Shadow Coil when not using a mount, and Ambush Vanguard deployment for War Dancer and Bladesinger units. That could be quite nice. And then Wildwood Veteran, which gives Wildwood Rangers Vanguard deployment and makes the Glade Captain immune to psychology. Also gets a Dance of Loic, which is going to increase melee defense in a radius around her, and also the increased mobility and boost income skills there. She can also damage buildings, wound, and assault units. Now, damage buildings, of course, is garbage. Assault units is quite useful. I think the way Waystalker, Waywatcher, one of those. They can also assault units, so it's kind of like a little bit of a bleed over there, but that's fine. You get a nice movement range, which is always good. So yeah, so a really nice, just a really nice character actually, nice tanky character, which the Wood Elves don't really have. So we'll repair that. Now we could get some wood. Do I want wood? I mean, isn't that like murder? Maybe. Now. Growth all provinces, casualty could be quite nice. Growth plus 20 to all adjacent provinces, which of course would include the King Glade, so that'd be quite nice. That's an option. That also gives us global recruitment duration and recruitment cost, which again would be quite nice. How much are they to recruit? Doesn't say. That could be an option. Public order and adjacent provinces income untainted. Now, because we're getting scathe and corruption, that could actually be a good shout. It also means we could recruit dryads. So that's a maybe. And then growth in adjacent provinces and construction cost for all buildings, which, I mean, you've seen how much some of our buildings cost, so that's obviously quite a nice one to have. I'm tempted now. I need to knock out Festa Spike because of the corruption, and it is adjacent. So we could maybe just like burn it down. We're probably not going to get. I think it's probably not going to get a lot. I mean, we're probably not going to want to go to war with a lot of these guys around here because it would just be annoying. So I think we're going to do this. We're going to get the Foraging Groves. Let's do that one.
Field of Athel Loren.
Okay, and then we're just going to end the turn. So we now got a quest successful for completing the Horn of the Wild, the first part of that quest. I'm not going to worry too much about this because this is just a short campaign. We might not get around to doing that. Need to ensure we've got a guard platform, which we do. So that's easy. Now, we've currently got 2 battles against the Greenskins. So if we can win just one more, and unfortunately Savage Orcs have buggered off, and I don't know where they've gone.
I live to serve Ariel.
But Skarsnik's still here, as is... that's not Grom, though, is it? Grom starts somewhere different when you don't start as him, and I don't know where he starts, but... does he start in North 1? I'm not 100% sure. So there are some orcs over here, and there's also Skarsnik, so we could deal with either of those. Either of those would be a good shout. And then we can confederate with another faction. And because we'll be another faction in Athel Loren, of course, that'll be quite nice, because we're sort of like within defensive range. We can just... And the forest as a whole, if you can control the forest, you've got a good base to work from, and then from there you can sort of like head out and start knocking out the various different forests. Go and collect them. Go and heal them up. So let's whack the glade. Let's whack our glade guard in there. Glade captain, even. That's the one. Okay, now we do have another kindred. We have finally got that extra growth. It does take quite a while to grow, doesn't it? It does take a long time. I mean, it's going to be 10 turns before we get 3 kindreds. And so if we wanted to get, like, the next rank of the winery, that's going to take a long time. I'm tempted to get maybe... This is going to give us a little bit more growth. Now, do we need... We do need a kindred for this one. But we'll probably have another one by that point. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I'm going to go... Now, because this is getting... Right, so this one gives us... That'll give us 700. No, it'll give us 911 because we get plus 30%. Okay, let's go. Let's get more wine.
Lord of the Forest.
Let's guzzle down some more wine. Oh, the Skull Taker's already dead. Okay, so we've got upkeep reduction for War Dancer and Blade Singer units, or Public Order and Leadership. You know what? I'm going to go Dance with War for 10 turns. And we have constructed the guard platform. So we need to move a character over to there, which should be fairly... Oh, God, we got Whispers from Afar. Right, so some of the Azrai have wandered far from Athel Loren. An opportunity has arisen that might bring them back into the fold. Go to this location to find out more. So we need to win one battle against the following faction, the Bowmen of Orion. The Fey folk do not take kindly to those of their own who turn their backs on Athel Loren. To do so easy is not to forsake their kin, but the very weave itself. Many Azrai know the tale of Orion, a glade prince who one day decided to assemble a band of the forest's best archers and woodmen before setting sail to fight far from the Great Forest in the Elves' Southlands campaigns. Although Orion himself has not been seen or heard from in many centuries, this band and their descendants are known to still reside far away on the desert continent as mercenaries for hire. Such an existence is frowned upon, and for some time there has been whispers throughout the glades demanding these skillful elven warriors return to fulfill their obligations to the forest. Such is the warriors' code, however, that the only way to bring them back under Athel Loren's influence would be to defeat them in honourable combat. So, basically, we get to have a fight. Now, I think that army is quite nasty, and I'm not 100% sure we can actually take it on right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab some more war dancers, I think, is what I'm going to do. Yeah. We got Hagbane tips. Well, that could be quite nice. Now, if we're going to fight Skaven, I would really like Lightning Strike. That would be incredibly useful, but we don't have it. So we're just going to have to make do. And what I might do is just to... Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to declare war on them and then go into ambush stance and see if I can lure them in to come and fight me. Okay.
I live to serve
So what we'll do is we'll pop ourselves like here.
King of the Deep Wood. You have my
I'm a little bit worried they might come and plague me, but
if you must, but my storm.
I'm just going to declare war and then hope they can't see me, and so then decide to jump some armies over here, and then I will, you know, cut them up, get Lightning Strike, hop over, kill them. Azrai, Asur, Druki, carried by the elegant hewn ships, our cousins have travelled from the distant lands of Ulthuan to visit us. After so many long years, they have finally disdained to visit their forest brethren. Is this a gracious visit or an omen of arrogance? Do you consider this a slight or a blessing? Will you grant them an audience with the Elven Council? So it's going to reduce our public order, but increase research rate and give us some declarations, or time to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You arrogant, pointy... No, I'm pointy as well.
Thirst for the hunt.
Okay, if I go over here, what's the chances of getting ambushed? I mean, quite high, right? I mean, like 90, 95%. They must have another stack in there as well. Maybe they don't have very nasty... they probably don't have very nasty things.
Onward.
We're just going to jump over there and hope for the best. Good. What's this? Shapeshifters. The Elves of Skymark reaches Kavarok come to you with a proposal. The subjects, the Lord Edriel, have ever been brash, always the first to battle and the last to apologise, yet their latest endeavours are somewhat more nefarious. They wish to subvert the Bretonnian dukedom of Quinelles by planting shape-shifting forest spirits amongst the court as damsels. Such a sneaky scheme is sure to wreak havoc amongst the Bretonnians, which may or be to our advantage. Oh, we'll get some money if we decide to piss them off. Fuck it, yeah. I want money. Give me money. Okay, they don't actually attack me, which is a surprise. Doesn't... what? Yeah, well, okay. I can't see what garrison they... I don't think they've got... Actually, you know what? I think we might be alright. We're going to be alright? Is this fine? Is this fine? I'm going to... Should we attack Festus Spike? I'm going to attack Festus Spike. Okay. Skaven? Oh, what a surprise. Right, what do they have? A lot of slaves. They don't actually have... I mean, that's not... Nothing that is particularly concerning. I mean, they've got a couple of plague monks. That's not the best. Also a warlock engineer. There's going to be a lot of magic coming our way. Plus, a nasty, sneaky assassin boy. But I think we can take him. I think. I hope. There's a lot of rats. I think there's about 3,000 of them. I hope we brought enough arrows. So we've got some reinforcements coming in. We'll deal with them first, and then we'll deal with the main body of the Skaven army afterwards, assuming we survive. Now, the reason I wanted to get some more War Dancers was because the War Dancers are going to be very, very good against these hordes of infantry, where they are just going to basically carve their way through them fairly convincingly, in theory. So you can see the War Dancers already up to 34 kills. Just hacking their way through the Skaven, getting some good shots in there with the archers. There goes Orion's doggies. Nomming on all the clan rats. And then also the... Also, does it do damage to us as well? I don't know if it does do damage. I think it does do damage to us. I think the shattered bodies of the War Dancers suggest it does. Never mind. The Glade Rider's now charging in to mop up as much as possible, because I can't tell if this army was marching, but basically I need to make sure they're all dead. So we're going to do as much damage as possible, make sure they can't retaliate after this battle, because I'm not sure our army will be in any position to continue the fight if we do indeed win this. Clan rats being spawned in to cause us some issues, and here comes the main body of the Skaven forces. Fortunately, it's mostly slaves, which we should be able to rip through fairly easily. But sheer weight of numbers may well push it in the enemy advantage. Now, our Warhawks have been sort of like rolling around, harassing every unit they can find. I am now going to get them to start sort of like taking out some of these Skaven slingers. And also, these Plague Priests are going to be a bit of a problem for us. They've got a lot of characters, and we don't really have many characters to deal with them. So War Dancers dealing with those Skaven slaves and clan rats. Eternal Guard moving in to support them. I mean, it looks okay so far. We've got some Night Runners on the flank. That's a little bit of the problem. We are using the Way Watchers and Deepwood Scouts to try and knock them out. However, some Clan Rats coming in from the rear. We have spotted them, though. We're going to try and break them before they reach us. It's so close, but they do manage to get into combat with the Way Watchers. Fortunately, the Way Watchers are no slouches in melee combat, and so these Clan Rats are not going to last very long. We have taken quite a bit of damage, though. Mostly from those Night Runners, flinging those shurikens. Our right flank has broken as the War Dancers with spears holding these Clan Rats up finally break under the sheer weight of numbers of these Plague Priests, but the archers managing to bring them down before they reach them, managing to break that. Orion also sweeping in to lend some assistance. Exploding jams, Skavens everywhere. And these War Dancers are just ripping through these Clan Rats. I mean, 153 kills? I mean, sure. I mean, these guys have managed to kill 25 and 6. So, I mean, so far, so good. I think these War Dancers were a very good choice. They are anti-infantry. Their stats are ridiculous. They're going to make a real mess of anything they can get their hands on. There is quite a blob of Skaven over here, but our Glade Riders are now coming in to get some rear charges in. That looks pretty devastating, sending those Skaven flying, but not managing to break them. They're not happy. And another charge over there has managed to break these Skaven. They are now routing. And it looks like that's caused a bit of a chain rout as the units over here now start routing as well. The Warhawks have been ripping through Skaven slave slingers because they can't chuck slings and they're being eaten by Warhawks. Up to 99 kills. Not bad. And some Glade Riders also chasing down the last few slingers. That has broken the rest of the army, and fortunately that means also the characters at the same time. It should... I really need to mention our Glade Captain, who was just running around hunting down those Plague Priests the entire battle, and she has been doing very well. She's only got 17 kills, to be honest, but if we have a look at the value there, almost 874 value, so she actually managed to kill a couple of them by herself, so what a girl. Well, we lost a third of our force-ish, just under, but we did kill almost 4,000 rats, so I'm kind of okay with that, and it's left them with a warlord and a bunch of slaves. So, I mean, I think it's safe to say that this is pretty much in the bag. I'm going to occupy this one. And did that wipe them out? Did it kill them? It did completely destroy them. Perfect. Good. Whole bunch of rats dead,
I live to serve Ariel.
which is what I like. Right, what I'm going to do here is I want more growth. So I'm going to go for the Foraging Growth, because that's going to reduce our construction costs by 10%, which is going to be pretty legit. And Akka, good bloody job. Oh, what? Chef kiss. Just, I mean, she
God King of the Deepwood.
She wasn't quite Orion during that fight, but still. If we go Rain of Spines, that reduces the reload time reduction for our entire army by 12%. And frankly, I don't know why you wouldn't take that. Even if we can get Lightning Strike, I don't care. 12% is too good not to have. 5 turns, and we will have the next rank of the King's Glade. Now, Bellegarde quite likes us, and I kind of want to try and keep him on side if we can, along with like the Empire. I think I'll be fine. We can also go and take out Skarsnik, I think is what we'll do, and we also need to do this event over here. If we have a look at the health, though, we are now in positive health, so we've managed to pacify a couple of heathlands, so that will go up by 1. The battles and raisings obviously is just for this turn only, and we will have reduced the hostile heathlands, but we still have that unresolved encounter. So we should be getting a positive 2 a turn. Now at that rate, eventually we could even make it to the 2nd rank, although at that point obviously we'd hit the natural decline and it would stay at 100. So yeah, really do need to take some of the satellite forests, and we need to, we're going to go down to Orion's camp. We're going to heal up, we're going to go down to Orion's camp, we're going to kick the crap out of them, and they're going to then join us, and we can then try and sort out that tree, and once we sort out that tree, that'll then start feeding into the Oak of Ages. But that'll have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.